Good morning students. Today we are going to start 10th portion for you. So you have learnt in 9th standard the tissue systems. So in this lesson we are going to start, this is the first lesson in 10th biology, nearly some 22 lessons. The last lesson is computer science lesson. The first 11 lessons are physical science lessons, and the remaining lessons starting from 12th lesson till 22 lessons in 10th science textbook, it is biology lessons. So today we shall start with the first lesson in biology, that is unit number 12. So our standard 9th, I have written in the board 9th standard, but this portion is from 10th standard. So unit number 12, and the lesson name is plant anatomy and plant physiology. So what is the name of this lesson? Plant anatomy and plant physiology. So first we shall learn what is the term means plant anatomy and plant physiology. So okay, now here the word plant anatomy, first we shall see what is anatomy. The word anatomy is derived from the Greek word, and it means ana means as under and temnian means to cut. So anatomy is the study of internal structure of organisms. If it is plant anatomy, we are studying the internal structure of plants. If it is animals, we are studying the internal structure of animals. If it is human beings, we will study the internal structure of human beings. So anatomy is the study of internal structure of plants. Next, so now we have learned what is this term plant anatomy. So plant anatomy means it is the study of internal structure of plants is called as plant anatomy. The next one is plant physiology. What is plant physiology? So plant physiology is the physical, chemical and biological functions of plants is called as plant physiology. This definition is not given in your textbook, but you have to understand what is plant physiology. So plant physiology means the physical, chemical and biological functions of plants. What are the functions? What is the photosynthesis? How plants respire? So such reactions will be the definition for this term plant physiology. The physical, chemical and biological functions of plants is called as plant physiology. So coming to this lesson, so the first, so now you know what is the lesson name, unit 12, plant anatomy and plant physiology. So you know what is this term, plant anatomy means the study of internal structure of plants, and plant physiology means the physical, chemical and biological functions of plants. So now coming to this lesson, in this lesson we are going to learn about the internal structure of plants, and then followed by this we are going to learn about the synthesis or what is photosynthesis, still in detail where it takes place. It takes place in the chloroplast. What is the mechanism for respiration, aerobic respiration? What is the mechanism of anaerobic respiration? So please concentrate. While teaching, I will be saying what are the important questions, what are the possible 2-mark questions. So already you know what is the 10th pattern. Even in 10th pattern, the pattern is even for public examination you will be writing only for 75 marks. So you know very well, choose and then 2 marks, 4 marks and 7 marks. So this will be your pattern. marks alone will vary. Whenever I teach, I will be repeatedly saying what are the possible 2 marks question and 4 marks questions. So, you kindly note down. So, now we shall learn, I already told you, so plant anatomy, it is a Greek word, and who is, what does ana? So, ana means as, under, and feminine means to cut. It is a Greek word, and he is Nemea grew. See here, Nemea grew is called as father of plant anatomy. Who is called as father of plant anatomy? It is Nemea grew is called as father of plant anatomy. So, before when we learn the tissues, we have to learn how do we get tissues, what are tissues. So, first atoms. So, atoms together forms molecules, molecules together forms cell organelles. Directly we didn't get cell. So, you know what is a cell? Cell is a structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Directly we didn't get cells. So, from the non-living matter, the living matter existed. How was it existed? From atoms together forms molecules. First was atoms, and these atoms together forms molecules. Molecules together form organelles. What are the organelles? Mitochondria, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, these are organelles. So, first is the non-living matter. Atoms together forms molecules, molecules together forms organelles, organelles together forms cell. Only then cell came. So, cell together, group of cells form tissues, group of tissues forms organs, group of organs form organisms. So, cell arose from the non-living matter. Atoms and molecules are the non-living matter. From this arise after a long time, after some years, millions of years, organelles arose. Then cell, then tissues. So, atoms together forms molecules, molecules together form organelles. What are the organelles of the cell? Endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, ribosomes, nucleus. Such a group of organelles forms cell. What is the cell? Cell is the structural and functional unit of all living organisms. And group of cells forms tissues, group of tissues form organs, and group of organs forms an organism. So, if you consider an organism, whether it is a plant organism or animal organism, so first is the cell. Group of cells forms tissues, group of tissues forms organs, and group of organs forms organism. So, now here we are going to learn about plant tissues. So, here plant tissues, already I told you what is tissue. Group of cells which may be similar or dissimilar. Similar means the same type. Dissimilar means a different type. So, group of cells which may be similar or dissimilar, and their origin means that it can be of different type. Even if they are different in origin, but perform a similar function is called as tissues. What are tissues? Group of cells which may be similar or dissimilar and have different origin and may have different origin, but perform a specific function is called as tissues, and these plant tissues are classified into two types. The first one is meristematic tissues, second one is permanent tissues. In the 10th science textbook there may be a spelling mistake. Here instead of E, it would have been written as A. Please may note down the correction. So, the first one is meristematic tissue, second one is permanent tissue. So, already in the 9th science textbook you have learned the 18th lesson. In 18th lesson you learned what are tissues, what are different type of tissues you learned. So again just to recollect, so plant tissues are broadly classified into two types, meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Here this meristematic means, the word meristem itself means the ability to divide. What does the word meristem means? The ability, capacity to divide. So these cells, they will be having the ability to divide. So that is called as meristematic tissue, and the next one is permanent tissue. Okay, now here famous scientist, he classified, named Sanch. Here this can be asked under 2 marks. So what is the classification of plant tissue based on Sanch's classification, can be asked under 2 marks. So Sanch, he classified the plant tissue system as 3 types. First one, dermal tissue system. What is the first tissue system? Dermal tissue system. See, first one is dermal tissue system. Second one is ground tissue system, and the third one is vascular tissue system. There are 3 types of tissue system based on such classification. First one is dermal, or it can also be called as epidermal tissue system. This epidermal tissue system includes epidermis and periderm. So here I have drawn you, what is this epidermis? See here, we are talking about the first tissue system called as dermal tissue system. So here I have drawn you the epidermis. So this is the epidermis, and most probably made up of rectangular type of cells, and here stomata will be present. Stomata, already we have learnt in lower classes what is the function of stomata. It helps in the exchange of gases in plants, and cuticle, a substance will be called as cuticle will be present in the epidermis. So here a layer will be present in the epidermis, that is cuticle. What is the use of cuticle? It will prevent the entry of pathogens or other microorganisms to enter into the plant tissue. That is the use of cuticle. So first is the dermal system or epidermal system. It includes a single or double layer of rectangular type of cells called as epidermis, and here in between stomata is present, cuticle is present, which helps the plant to prevent from any other pathogen. And what is the function of this dermal system is protection of the plant and prevention of water loss. So for this the dermal system is very important. The second system is ground tissue system. First one is dermal or epidermal tissue system. Second tissue system is ground tissue system. Here this ground tissue system will mainly include cortex. So this is the cortex. So ground tissue system will include cortex, endodermis and pericycle. We will learn in detail when we learn about the internal structure of root. So ground tissue system will include cortex, endoderm and pericycle. And what is the function of this ground tissue system? Mainly it helps in photosynthesis, because only in the cortex layer chloroplast cells will be present. So if you know what is the function of chloroplast cells, it helps in photosynthesis. So photosynthesis, support and food storage and regeneration. For all this protection, regeneration, for all this the ground tissue system is useful. Photosynthesis, support and food storage, regeneration. Now next one is, the third type of system is vascular tissue system. Here this vascular tissue system is very important. It can be a question. It can be asked under 4 marks. So, this vascular tissue system can be of different types. It may include, there are types. First one is radial. Mainly there are 3 types of vascular tissue system. First one is radial, second one is conjoined, third one is bicollateral, and fourth one is concentric. So, first we will see what is vascular tissue system. Vascular tissue system includes xylem and phloem. See, I have written xylem and it includes xylem and phloem. So, here is the structure of xylem and phloem. You have learned what is the function of xylem and phloem. So, in plants, xylem plays a very important role in the conduction of water. Conduction of water means transport of water. So, vascular tissue system mainly includes xylem, phloem. What is the function of xylem? Xylem helps in the transport of water. This you should not forget. If you see, xylem helps in the transport of water and phloem helps in the transport of food. Vascular, this is the third type of tissue system called as vascular tissue system. Here, xylem helps in the transport of water, phloem helps in the transport of food. Here, there are different types of vascular tissue system. First one is radial vascular tissue system. What is radial vascular tissue system? Here, you can see here the pink color, whatever I have drawn is xylem, and that orange color says what now I am drawing is phloem. Xylem will help in the transport of water, phloem will help in the transport of water. Phloem will help in the transport of food. So, radial vascular tissue system means the xylem and phloem will be arranged in different radius or different radii is called as, see, suppose this is a vascular tissue system. Here xylem and here one radii, here one radii, here one radii. So, xylem will be arranged in the different radii is called as radial vascular tissue system. So, next one is conjoined vascular tissue system. In this conjoined vascular tissue system, here xylem will be there. In between xylem and phloem, cambium will be present. Now listen, you have learning what is cambium. So, cambium means the cells which helpful in secondary growth of plants. So, first plants will grow. So, now if you see a small plant will be there, how it grows into a big huge tree, it is because of this cambium. So, that is the secondary growth. Cambium is group of cells responsible for secondary growth of the plants. So, here the next vascular tissue system is conjoined vascular tissue system. Here phloem will be surrounded by, here xylem and phloem will be arranged in the same radius. What is the difference between radial vascular tissue system and conjoined vascular tissue system is xylem, here in conjoined, xylem and phloem arranged in the same radius. That is called as conjoined vascular tissue. What is conjoined vascular tissue? Xylem and phloem arranged in the same radius is conjoined vascular tissue system. Here, cambium will be present. If cambium is present, the vascular tissue system is called as conjoined open. If it is cambium, see here in this vascular bundle, there is no cambium. So, it is called as closed. This is open, this is closed. So, conjoined means xylem and phloem arranged in the same radius. Open vascular bundle means, conjoined open means cambium is present. If conjoined closed means in that vascular bundle cambium is absent. So here this type of open vascular system can be seen in Dicot stem, closed vascular system can be seen in Monocot stem. The next one is bicollateral vascular bundle. What is the next one? Bicollateral vascular bundle. In this bicollateral vascular bundle, xylem is found in the center and both the sides phloem will be present. This is called as bicollateral vascular bundle, and this bicollateral vascular bundle, it is found in cucurbita. Cucurbita means cucumber family. So bicollateral vascular bundle is found in cucurbita. Next one is concentric vascular bundles. What are concentric vascular bundles? Concentric vascular bundles means here the vascular bundles are arranged in ring. That is called as concentric vascular bundle. Here again in this concentric vascular bundle, there are two types. The first one is amphicribral type and the second one is amphivasal type. First one is amphicribral and the second one is amphivasal type. Here in the first one, amphicribral, here phloem is surrounded by xylem. See here, I have written in short form in order to draw. I have written X for xylem and P for phloem. So xylem is present in the center and phloem is surrounding the xylem. It is called as amphicribral vascular bundle, and this type of vascular bundle is found in ferns. Ferns means plants like glycinia, they will not have flowers or seeds. Only leaves will be ornamental, leaves will be decorative. Such type of plants are called as ferns. So a concentric vascular bundle, it is of two types. Concentric means the vascular bundle is arranged in rings. So first one is amphicribral. Amphicribral means phloem surrounds xylem. And second one, amphivasal vascular bundle means here xylem is surrounded, phloem is surrounded by xylem. So that is called as amphivascular bundle. This will be, the types of vascular tissue system can be asked under 4 marks. And what are the 2-3 types without explanation? Dermal tissue system or epidermal tissue system, second one ground tissue system, and the third one is vascular tissue system can be asked under 2 marks. So now, we have so far you know what is the idea, we have learned some certain terms. So now we are going to learn about the internal structure of Dicot root, internal structure of Monocot root. So example for internal structure of Dicot root is bean. So first we shall learn about the internal structure of Dicot root bean. Here we have a single layer of epidermis. 2 to 3 layers of epidermis. It is epi means outer, dermal means the skin. So here the 2 to 3 layers of epidermal tissue system is found, which will have epidermal root hair. What is the structure? Root hair. So epidermal tissue system will have root hair, and here since it is a plant root, here cuticle and stomata will not be present, it is absent. It will be seen only in the stems and leaves. Cuticle, already I told you, epidermis will be made up of a substance called cuticle. So cuticle and stomata is absent in the epidermis. Next is the cortex layer, which is made up of parenchymatous cells. If chlorenchyma is present, it will be helpful in photosynthesis. So here root will have parenchymatous cells, 2 to 3 layers of parenchymatous cells. Already different types of cells you have learnt in 9th, 18th lesson. You have learnt plant tissues. So here you have different types of parenchymatous cells which forms a cortex, which may help in storage of food. Next comes the endodermis. See here, I have drawn two layers of blue color. The first layer is called as endodermis. What is the first layer? Endodermis. It is made up of Casparian strips. It is made up of Casparian strips which will help in the it will help in the flow of food substances to pass through it. The next one is pericycle. Surrounding the endodermis is the next layer, pericycle, and this pericycle, it will help in the development of lateral roots. It will help in the development of lateral roots. Next is xylem and phloem. See, this pink color structure I have drawn, and it is representation of xylem, and this color, yellow color, is a representation of phloem. See here, it is phloem. What is the function of xylem? Xylem helps in the transport of water. Phloem helps in the transport of food. Always you have to remember. So here, again this xylem is of two types, protoxylem and metaxylem. See here, the cells are larger in size compared to this cell. So this one is called as protoxylem. What is the cell called? Protoxylem. And the cells which is smaller in size is called as metaxylem. Protoxylem and metaxylem. In dicot root beans, usually in roots, this is one more difference you have to learn. Usually in roots, the protoxylem is located in the center and the metaxylem is located towards the periphery. This condition which is found in roots is called as exarch. E-X-A-R-C-H. What is exarch? Exarch means protoxylem. Protoxylem means the cells are bigger in size when compared to metaxylem. Protoxylem in the center and metaxylem towards the periphery, and this condition is usually seen in roots, and that condition is called as exarch. Okay, and the reverse, in stems it will be reverse. In stems, metaxylem is towards the center and protoxylem is towards the periphery, and that condition is called as endarch, which is seen in stems. Okay, now we shall learn. Here I told you about the cortex. Here epidermis is, endodermis is there, pericycle. Here in dicot root bean structure, it is located in the different radii. Xylem and phloem is arranged in the different radii. So that is called as radial vascular bundle. Four different radii. So it is arranged in a different vascular bundle. I told you xylem will help in the transport of water, phloem will help in the transport of food. So now we shall learn about the internal structure of monocot root. Now we have learned dicot root. Now we are going to learn about monocot root. Monocot root, an example is maize. Monocot root, example maize. So here in monocot, first we learned about dicot root, example we learned bean. Now monocot root maize. Here it is epidermis is there, and then 4 to 5 layers of cortex will be present. Like a dicot root, here also endodermis, pericycle will be present. Then what is the difference here? Here many vascular bundles will be there. See here dicot root 4. Now I will draw the structure of monocot root. So please listen. What is the structure? Here many vascular bundles will be there in monocot root. In the center pith will be there. See here I am drawing. So the protoxylem is towards the center and metaxylem is towards the periphery. It is called as exarch condition. many vascular bundles are there. So here you have phloem, Here in this monocot root, what is the difference is there are so many vascular bundles and in the middle there will be pith. So now you will learn the differences between dicot root and monocot root. Dicot root there will be tetra condition. This is an important 2-mark question. Dicot root it is a tetra condition, whereas monocot root there is polyarch. Polyarch means many vascular bundles, and here secondary growth will be present in dicot root, whereas the secondary growth is absent in monocot root. KMBM will be present in initial stage in dicot root, whereas KMBM is absent in the monocot root. The differences between dicot and monocot root, it is given in a small tabular column. It is a very important 2-mark question. So now we have completed, we have come to an end of this video. So here in this video we have learned what are the different types of tissue system, and as well as we learned what are the differences between dicot root and monocot root. In the next video we shall learn the differences between dicot stem, monocot stem. So thank you boys, kindly learn this lesson. Thank you boys.